prove the women are not credible. Remember Carla Raines, the woman who says she was forced to expose herself? In her police interview, at first, she repeatedly denies she's a victim at all.
Have you ever come to any contact where an officer has been inappropriate?
No.
You ever had to expose yourself to them?
No.
5 times she says she's not a victim.
Another alleged victim can't pick Holtzclaw out of a lineup.
That's him.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, well, I've got several photographs to show you, so.
I'm not really sure.
She couldn't identify Holtzclaw in a photo lineup.
Right, they don't look at their face.
Perhaps the most bewildering inconsistency, Holtzclaw is 6'2" with white and Japanese parents. But Sherry Ellis tells detectives the man who assaulted her in a schoolyard was a short, black man.
Tell me your description of him.
He's black.
He's black male,
Muscular.
muscular. Is he taller than you or shorter than
Maybe
you?
like right here, maybe. Like that.
So you think he's shorter than you?
Yeah.
You describe him as being like this to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're about 5'10"?
5'11".
5'11"?
Yeah.
Daniel Holtzclaw's like 6'2".
Oh, see. I still didn't know that.
I mean, that's kind of a big difference, right?
Yeah. Well, I really didn't pay any attention. I really didn't. I just knew it was being done to me.
Does this trouble you at all that the descriptions are so far off?
No. Can you imagine going through that trauma and then trying to remember how tall he was, how much he weighed, what did he look like when you're being sexually assaulted? You know, that's the last thing on your mind.
Among their many other problems, most of the 13 accusers never reported the sexual assaults. Why do you think all the other women stayed silent?
Because of their lifestyle and their relationship with the police department.
But one woman did not stay silent. Remember Janie Liggins, daycare worker and grandmother? She went to police right away, within hours. How did she describe the attacker?
She said that he was big, muscle, bodybuilder big. She thought he had blonde hair. Once he started doing the things he was doing, she was afraid to look at his face and she was afraid to look at his name tag because she thought if he saw her doing that he would kill her.
She may have gotten the hair color wrong, but not the color of his car. She describes an all-black squad car, which turns out to be an important detail.
At that time, we were in the process of converting over to all black. Most of our cars were still black and white.
One of the few officers driving a solid black car at the time, Daniel Holtzclaw. So in your mind, she was credible?
Yes.
But what about his credibility? When we come back, we'll hear what the former All-American athlete has to say for himself. Our interview with the disgraced police officer, Daniel Holtzclaw, next.
Officer has been placed on administrative leave.
Still more women come forward. Take the case of 22-year-old Shardarian Hill, who was handcuffed to this hospital bed, high on drugs after an arrest, when she says she was sexually assaulted.
I didn't know what to think. I was scared because I was just like, this is a police officer. I didn't know what to do, and then I'm handcuffed to the bed, so I'm just like...
You're powerless.
Yes, I'm in his custody. I don't know what he might do next, so I just didn't even say nothing.
And then there's Carla Raines, a 45-year-old mother of 2, who says she was forced to expose herself by an officer, supposedly checking for drugs or weapons.
So it got to the point to where I raised up my shirt. Okay, can I go now? Can you let me go? Why didn't you report it? I didn't think that anything would happen.
And then the police tracked down this woman, 39-year-old Sherry Ellis. She tells a now familiar story. She was walking down Highland Drive when she was stopped by a cop in a squad car.
And that's when he started doing things that he shouldn't be doing.
What kind of things did he do?
When he searched me, he searched under my clothes. He patted me down up under my clothes.
Ellis says the officer ran her name and found she had an arrest warrant and multiple unpaid fines.
He's like, well, okay, what do you think we need to do about this, Miss Ellis? And I said, I don't know. Are you going to take me to jail? And I was looking down because I said in the back of my mind, oh, my God, I'm going to jail, you know. And when I looked up...
When she looked up, she says the officer forced himself on her. But her ordeal would not end there. Afterwards, she says he drove her to this abandoned schoolyard.
He drove me to, he drove me to a school, and let's out of the school in the back. And he opened the door, he told me to get out and pull my pants down.
And allegedly assaulted her again.
When it was over, he said I was free to go.
And now police are connecting all those cases, the women, African American, and mostly middle-aged, to that young, all-American, clean-cut cop, Daniel Holtzclaw, an officer allegedly leading a double life on the night shift. 2 months after his interrogation, he is arrested in the parking lot outside his gym.